Alright, hey, how you doing, YouTube? Welcome back to the studio. If you were able to tune into the after show last night, you would know that we haven't made too much progress. We've kind of been stuck at this bringing in the core features part. The problem is the GB template was kind of built to be really scalable and to build like a much bigger game with like different levels and stuff like that, and there's just a lot of stuff in there that we don't need. Like, I was looking at the collision logic today and how you set up collisions for backgrounds and stuff like that, and there's just so much in here that we absolutely do not need for a game this size. So we're gonna have to do a lot of cleanup, and we're still bringing in a lot of stuff from the GB template, so not too much progress. But we did get Bob rendering here. By the way, this little guy's name is Bob Blobblocks. Leave a comment if you get that reference. So not a ton of progress, honestly. We still have to add some gravity, we gotta add some jumping and stuff like that. This looks like the floor, but it's not the floor, this is actually the HUD. So what we want to do is put the HUD up here. That's not super tricky to do. With the HUD, you can only move the HUD down and to the right. So if you want to put a HUD on the top, what you got to do is you have to use an interrupt and turn the HUD off strategically based on the LY line. Not a huge deal, pretty simple process, but we still have some like core feature type stuff that we need to figure out before we get there. All in all, not a lot of development today after the after show, unfortunately. Still trying to figure out a lot of production issues, trying to figure out exposure and lighting and stuff like that. I'm working with natural light, so that's always pretty difficult when the light is changing on you. But yeah, not terrible progress considering we've only put in like 3 hours of development time into this. But it's just a lot of cleanup that we're going to have to do as we bring in more and more of the GB template stuff, just to get like sort of basic moving and jumping. So kind of a short update today. Hopefully we'll get some more work done later in the evening. I'm not sure if I'll do an after show today as well, but actually I gotta head out pretty soon because we got some pretty exciting announcements coming. So I think I'm gonna be posting an announcement video, so stay tuned for that. I was hoping to talk about maybe some of the cycle stuff and things that are more specific to, like, if I can bring up the profile here, things that are more specific to Game Boy development and some of the hardships that you might run into if you want to get into Game Boy development. But I think, unfortunately, gonna have to call it here for today. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.